It's your girl Monica Cherie here. This is the Trapman Sportscast. We are back, baby. We are back because the NBA Cup action has been taking place. Do not mind my nails. I promise you they're going to be done tomorrow. I'm going to get my Christmas nails tomorrow. I'm so excited because I've never really done like probably once or twice in my life, but I've never really done like Christmas nails. So I'm like really excited and I got my little design and everything down, trying to decide like the color I want right now, whatever. Because I was thinking like red, but then I was like, I kind of want to do pink because I love pink. And then I was kind of like, maybe I want to do white or green, or maybe I want to mix all four. I don't know. But the nails gonna be done tomorrow. Y'all finna see because I finna do a show tomorrow too. But yeah, so Mary Trapmas, okay. Welcome to the Mary Trapmas Sportscast. With your girl Monica Cherie. Today we're gonna be talking about the NBA Cup that's been going on. We're gonna talk about some other like little drama that's been going on. Let's start with my favorite guy of all time. Let me pull this up for y'all real quick because my guy was going off the other day. Hmm. Let me show y'all what was going on. Um, so Desmond Bain, obviously, like he's a little aggressive and everything when he's playing and all. So what happened was he ended up getting a fine for $35,000 for throwing the ball off of opponents. So the first one was, if I'm not mistaken, was the Pacers game, if I'm not mistaken. But the second one, was against. Give me 1 second because I had it up. I'm dilly D. I'm cracking up. I think the second one was against Miami. No, it wasn't against Miami. Um, or was it? Who was he throwing the ball off of? It was somebody. Give me 2 seconds. But in the meantime, I thought it was hilarious, because the announcers, they're all like, well, yeah, this is definitely a basketball play. And I'm like, bruh, like, oh, it was OG Anunoby. They was playing the New York Knicks. I'm sorry. And that was a really good game the other night, mind you. Um, yeah, Orlando was kind of really like upset with everything going on. But just the score, they had lost Franz Wagner a little bit early in the game to an injury. And then Jalen Suggs had walked out. So they just like lost that game, right? But then they came back last night and won against Miami. They was whooping Miami. Like honestly, like Miami was whooping them at first, but then, eventually like they're gonna come back. They're Orlando. Like, don't be sleeping on Orlando. It's a lot of people sleeping on like smaller market teams. Most people I talk to, they're like, I ask them, oh, what's your favorite team? Oh, my favorite team is the Lakers. Oh, the Knicks, and da 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 da. And I'm like, y'all goofy for real. Like, not all of y'all, but a lot of y'all goofy because first of all, these teams have changed so drastically. It's like, bruh, like just to say that you're only a fan of like one team and that team specifically is like it's weird like sometimes because it's just like, well, what are you a fan of? Like, do you even like the players that are there now? Can you name all the players that are there now? um I don't know, it just interests me to see people just not acknowledging like smaller market teams or teams that are really like making a play to just be better, or they may have gotten a new coaching staff, this, that, and the third. It's just like last year, well, not last year, but this year, with the WNBA, everybody's an Aces fan. Nobody likes any other team. Everybody just likes the Aces. It's just, I mean, especially when you're talking with like men, like it's interesting, but not all of them. Not all of them. Don't get me wrong. I know what I'm saying can be a little controversial, but it's the truth. Everybody picks, they're like, oh, I like this one player, so I only like this team. And it's like, bro, there's other players out here that's doing their thing as well. Like, y'all really gotta like y'all gotta get hip. Y'all really gotta get hip. Um, I see certain people juicing up just certain teams or certain people only, but they want to hate on like other players. Just like earlier in the season a little bit, I talked about the Shea Gilgis Alexander hate. Like every time I talk to like a male about like the Oklahoma City Thunder, like they just get so upset, and it's just like, what is your problem? It's very weird. So hmm, that's just my opinion on what I see taking place on a regular basis. If you do not agree, oh well, enjoy. But let's show this real quick because this was crazy. I'm not gonna turn the volume up because they ain't finna get me for no copyright or nothing like that. Especially not on YouTube. You know they be they're just stealing content. I ain't stealing no content. You ain't about to get me for no NBA content today, baby. Nope, you not getting me for it. Here we go. Yeah, and he did that so that Orlando could get possession, right? OG Anunoby like, yo, like what's the problem? Like what happened? Why are you doing that? Why are you throwing the ball off of me like that, right? Um, at the end of this little whole like transaction, they made up. But the point was, Bang, why are you doing that, my brother? Like, why are you throwing balls off of people? Like, what is, pause, right? No, no, no pause. Like, why are you throwing balls off people? It's just disrespectful. But anyway, he got a tech. Obviously, like, like that's gotta hurt, bro. Like, that's really gotta hurt. Like, look, watch this, bro. He like that. This guy Bane is like pure muscle. Like, you look at his arms. Like, why are you doing that, bro? What's the problem? So anyway, that was that was kind of ridiculous. That was a ridiculous just play, like all in all. Like, and it's like even the announcers are like, I don't think I've ever seen somebody just purposely just hit someone with the ball like that. So, that's what's going on in NBA TV, right now. People getting $35,000 fines and all types of things like that. Giannis is asking for a trade. So our next topic. First of all, I feel like teams really need to like lock in with like who they have. All the trading is great, right? When it's necessary. But like if the Bucks trade Giannis, like who else are they gonna have? Like and his brother talking about, oh, I'm prepared to carry the mantle of the team. What you just first of all, you just got here, sir. Okay, I don't care how long you've been playing. We need to take a chill pill and take a step back for a second. We need to figure out what the problem is, what's going on, why are y'all not winning? You lost Damian Lillard. Okay. Damian Lillard was injured for most of the season last season anyway. So either way, I don't get why all the like just rally behind your team. One thing I really respect in the WNBA is, I love the Aces too. Don't get me wrong. It meant nothing nasty with what I said earlier. I'm just saying people only acknowledge the Aces, and I'm just like, it's other good teams as well. They don't even really not acknowledge the New York Liberty like that, which is weird because they're also a very good team. It's a lot of good teams in the WNBA though. That's not the point. The point I'm about to get to now. So the Las Vegas Aces were losing dramatically. And so they went on this huge, like, I think it was 18 game win streak, all because Aja Wilson and her teammates decided to sit down, have a talk, basically rally everybody up, right? What are we doing wrong? What's the problem? Why are we losing all these games like this? Why did we lose a game by 53 points to the Lynx? What are we doing? You know? Um, so I feel like with the male teams, first of all, the male ego is like so here all the time, right? That needs to come down a bit. And then we need to like figure out what can we do, guys, to rally our team together to have better offensive plays, play better defense, be more aggressive, the physicality. And then the problem sometimes is that if you have a lot of older players or players who've been in the league for a minute, they might not want to be that physical because they don't want to face injury. They don't want to get injury prone and things like that. But it's NBA, baby. It's either go hard or go home. So at the end of the day, and this season has been much more physical than others. Let's just be real. Last season was very physical. This season has been very physical as well, especially with Desmond Bain throwing balls off people. So we really need to figure out what can we do with the Bucks at this moment because I really like watching the Bucks last year. This year, not so much. Um, and that's just because of timing. I can't catch every game. I've been heavy watching the Rockets. I've been watching every OKC game because OKC, them my boys. Um, I've been watching the Rockets. I've been watching Orlando Magic. They're one of my favorite teams to watch play. They played really well last year as well. Um, Even after Morris Wagner went out, and he was very heavy on their defense. Um, a very heavy defensive piece for them. And so he's still not back yet, right? And I've been watching some of the Celtics games. I haven't had time to sit and watch every single game. I've watched a lot of highlights. Lakers have been playing really well. Um, Portland started off kind of hot, and now they're kind of in between, right? We got Miami. Miami's been playing really hard. And Tyler Hero's back, so they've been making a run. The Knicks, I love watching the Knicks play. It's fun to watch them play. Um, and yeah, those are kind of my teams right now that I'm really watching and keeping on my radar. I just want to see more. I want to see less complaining from star players, and I want to see them rallying their team up. Hey, let's do this. The Boston Celtics right now are without Jason Tatum, and even though every player's not stepping up defensively. I mean, not offensive, but offensively as much as I feel like they should. Like Jalen Brown, like 30 points, like almost every game. And we have the star players that do that, right? But we also have other players that are in the 20s as well. And Derek White, I don't know what's going on with that whole dynamic, but I know that Jason Tatum's out and he was the other star player on the team. He was like this, what, first option, Jalen Brown, second option. I don't know how y'all want to look at that. No, that doesn't make, well, whatever. I don't care. Anyway, um, I really want the teams to rally together and just figure out what's not working and kind of like fix that for themselves and just keep it moving. There's a lot that can be done. You just gotta talk to each other. You gotta create plays, mesh with your coach. Like, what are we doing wrong? Let's figure this out. When we play a team a second time, we should not lose by more points than we did the first time. Like it shouldn't be just as bad as a game as it was the first time. We shouldn't be getting whooped every time we play this team. We have to change something up. With the Pacers and OKC when we watched the finals last year, what happened? Both teams were changing things up throughout the process. And that's just how it is. It's a game. It's about strategy. And so I would love to see more of that. Um, Now, for the NBA Cup tonight, we have, let me pull this up real quick. I hope y'all like the little Christmas lights too. I try to be festive today. I got my little tree over here. It's like a mini tree. I might put some bulbs or something on it. I think that would be like super cute. So, tonight we have the Suns at the Thunder and the Spurs at the Lakers. Now, Suns at Thunder, that's going to be a crazy game. I don't know if Devin Booker still out? Yeah, I think, yeah, he is. So, I know that they're going to be relying on Dylan Brooks heavily um, for offense. But everybody's going to have to show up for the Suns. But the Suns, they ain't been, even with Devin not being in, they're still a decent team, right? They're still a really good team. Minus those 25 to 30 points that Devin brings in per game. We're just going to have to rely heavily on our offense. It's the NBA Cup, so it's a competition. Obviously they're playing for money. They're playing for their bench players to get a bigger paycheck, bigger payout. Okay, like this is the point. And they get payouts either way, if I'm not mistaken. But they want the bigger payout, right? So they're playing for that money. So it's an incentive. So I feel like the Suns are gonna definitely bring it tonight. Mark Williams on that side is very good. Nick Richards. It's gonna be a good game. Is Nick Richards playing? Hmm. Let me look and see real quick because that's something that I don't think he's playing tonight. He might be on the injury report. If he's not, you sometimes you got to go and actually look at ESPN because they will like literally take people off of these apps, and you're just like, why are they not on there? Why can't I see them? But if anything you're gonna bet on tonight, it's gonna be Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is gonna get 30 points. Dylan Brooks, I feel like it's the NBA Cup. He's playing for that money tonight. I feel like he'll at least give us 20. So that's gonna be my bets for tonight. Now, last night I bet on Jaime Jaquez Jr. and Jalen Brunson. I put on Jalen Brunson to get 30 points and Jaime Jaquez Jr. to get 15 because Jaime Jaquez is really good offensively. He provides a lot for them, especially as far as like a game closer. But I think it was like in in the 6th minute of the quarter or 4th minute, I can't remember. They took Jaquez out, and I was just like, bruh, y'all really took him out, and he only had 10 points at that point. He had 6 points probably the whole game, right? And so tonight, I feel much more confident in what I'm betting about against because, like I said, they have an incentive. They're playing for money, but also with Dylan Brooks, I feel like he's an agitator, so I feel like he'll definitely be able to get around that OKC defense and just all the other players around. I'm not about to name everybody because the Suns team has been broken up so much since Kevin Durant left. I'm just like, bruh, like, ugh, so much going on. But and I know for sure OKC is gonna win. Do I think that the Suns can cover tonight? They have the Suns looking at a plus 15. The Suns are definitely covering tonight. So if you're going to place a bet, I would look at those three as like something like optionable. Or if you wanted to do like three singles, that makes sense as well. Normally, when I do singles, I win way more money. Like when I start parlaying things together, especially things from different games that are kind of confusing, that's where everything goes kind of right. It doesn't go left because I'm left-handed and left-handed people are fire. So it goes right. Um, that's what I'm looking at for that. It might not even be that much of a high scoring game per se. So maybe the under on the total. Depends on how everyone comes out playing. But the Suns, they got certified shooters over there. So I feel like they're gonna be heavily on offense. Like they're gonna do their thing. They're gonna do what they need to do tonight. Um now. Oh, and we need a because I'm sitting here talking and I didn't even look at the injury report to see who was out tonight. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to this and we're just gonna look real quick. Actually, we're just gonna go on here, right? Share screen. Um, so we're gonna go look at the injury report. For OKC and the Suns. So on the injury report, so we're missing Isaiah Hartenstein. Hartenstein does provide a lot defensively, um, as far as blocking and things of that nature. We're gonna have to rely on Chet Holmgren and Jalen Williams tonight to get those rebounds. Jalen Williams has been much more aggressive than last season, and I'm enjoying watching him play lately. I'm talking about Jalen Williams, the center, not my other J Dub. I'm sorry. Um, and then we have Isaiah Joe out as well, which, Isaiah Joe, he comes in and gives you the points you need at the moments that you need it. Him and Casey Wallace, very good defensively. Offensively, they miss a lot of shots, I feel like, but they make them when they need to. Put it like that. Nicola Topic, Thomas Sorber. Okay, we got it. So let's look at the injury report for the Suns and see what's going on. So for the Phoenix Suns, our injury report, I feel like I got something totally wrong here. I feel like I got something totally wrong. No, I'm not wrong. Okay. So it doesn't say that Nick Richards is on here. So he's very likely playing. So they just probably don't have it on the app right now because they're trying to play games. You know how they like to do. Anyway, Kobe Bryant guard is out. Isaiah Livers is out. Devin Booker's out. He's questionable, but he's more than likely probably not playing because still says out. Um, Jalen Green is out. Jalen, what are you doing? Like you moved over to the Suns and like I've hardly seen you play any games. Like it's just really ridiculous. I feel like it's lazy. But whatever, that's just me, right? So yeah, when I'm looking at that injury, I feel like it's still gonna be a good game. Chet Holmgren, like I said, we're gonna have to depend on him and J Dub. I mean, not J Dub, J Will. J Dub is good rebounds too, though. He gets about maybe 4 or 5 rebounds a game. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander gets about 5 rebounds a game. If it's at 5.5, I probably just leave it at 4.5. I'm not going over that right now. Because he's gonna need to depend on the team. They're gonna need to depend on him offensively tonight. Mm, now, let's go to the next game. Um, so for the next game, right, we're gonna look at we have the Lakers playing. I like that they're doing the East West Coast. This is so fun. I love watching it every other day. You know, we got the Spurs at the Lakers, right? So we're gonna look at the Spurs injury report, and then we'll look at the Lakers injury report real quick. So let's look. We said the Spurs first, and then the Lakers. So the Spurs, right? Tonight we have out Carter Bryant, Jordan McLaughlin, um, I want to say McLovin, but whatever. Victor Wembanyama and Harrison Ingram. Victor Wembanyama being out is just, I feel like that's still big, even though we can still defend on the other guys, Devin Vassell, Stephen Castle, um, and what's my guy that came from the Sacramento Kings? De'Aaron Fox. I feel like even though we can still depend on them offensively, I just feel like that's just a big thing for Wembanyama to be out like that. So I'm not really happy about that. I hope that he gets back to everything soon. But Laker report wise, right? Let's look at the Lakers and see who's out for the Lakers tonight. Injuries. We only have Maxi Klebla, sorry. So, all the guys are playing for the Lakers tonight. I definitely think that this is an easy win for them. Um, I think this is going to be an easy win for them. I don't think it's going to be. And I don't mean to say it like that because I definitely know that the Spurs are going to compete tonight. But I just feel like you got Luka Doncic, you got LeBron, you got Austin Reeves getting like 30, 40 points every game. It's just not a good measurement for me. Um, if we look at the lines in this game, I'm definitely taking the Lakers at a -7. I feel like they're too good offensively, even though defensively, we've always questioned as of recently, we're like, okay, how do we feel about Luca's D? Though Luca plays no defense, but he's great offense. Yeah, well, those 40 points, him and Austin Reeves putting up 40 points, they're probably gonna blow them out. But they might not. The Spurs might come to play tonight. We don't know. But I'm putting my money on the spread -7. Okay, I'm taking it. I'm taking it 100%. Other than that, Austin Reeves, he's been getting me 30 points a game, and he's been very dependable. Definitely put 30 points on Austin Reeves tonight, especially getting around that Spurs defense. So, those are my thoughts on the NBA Cup games tonight. Like I said, I watch the Lakers every now and then, but I don't watch the Spurs that much. They're good too, but I don't get a chance to watch them that much. So those are the takes that I'm taking for that tonight. Other than that, I would say, hmm, let's just look at it for what it is, and let's take the positivity within everything, right? The point is, the NBA Cup games are so competitive. It's going to be two great games tonight, and I'm so glad that they come on back to back after each other. In the future, like if NBA could like do like a morning game, like 12 p.m., where like we see two teams that maybe aren't playing as well, something like the Charlotte Hornets, something like that, you know what I'm saying? Um, and then like go up the roster like from there, like maybe 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 11 o'clock. I like the 11 o'clock games. I love it. So that's just my thoughts on the games for today on the NBA Cup games. I'm really enjoying this series. And I know it's just going to get better as the game goes on. I just need people to stop getting injured. I don't know. I've talked to many different people who are athletes or kind of athletic, and they're just like, well, they probably aren't working out the same way they did before. We've seen them actually say that on Gil's Arena as well. So maybe people are repeating things that they've heard on that. I don't know. But just in general, I have a good feeling about tonight, and I have a good feeling that a lot of us are going to win a lot of money tonight. Parlay it, baby, parlay it. But yeah. So what else? I think that's it for right now that I want to address. Um, Other than that, Bane, please stop throwing balls off of people. Um, I need you to hold the ball, not throw it off of people. Like grab it and whatever. It, I don't know. Like it's so many better ways. I don't know. I get it. It's a basketball play, whatever. Um, and then I need the announcers. It was like two announcers. I forgot what game this was, but they were arguing about something crazy. And I was just like, bruh, like you're supposed to be reporting the game. I need y'all to be on point with everything. I do like the cast for the NBA Cup halftime show. I love Taylor Rooks on here. I like that she's so excited to be on here. We see the other ladies and they're happy to be. They look happy to be there too, but she looks extremely happy to be there in that space, and I love that for her. But going forward, yeah, we'll be back tomorrow with some more basketball for y'all because that's my thing. I'm not really a football girly like that. I like football, but like my team is like not playing so well right now. So, I'm very sad about that. But, I'll eventually have my guys back on to cover that. But until then, shout out to the college basketball teams as well. Hardly get to tune into that because there's so many freaking games. But yeah, I think that's it for today. So, this is your girl Monica Cherie. Like I said, Merry Trapmas. Okay, the holiday is coming up. Christmas is our favorite holiday. Okay, we love gifts. We love all types of things like that. If you want to send me something, like let me know. You want to sponsor us, let me know. But yeah, until then, peace. We'll see y'all later. It's your girl Monica Cherie signing out. Make sure you like and subscribe to the Trapman Sportscast on YouTube, on Spotify, wherever we can be found right now. And I'm out. Peace.